so you're live now. I can see it now.
No, 1 second.
Alright.
Let me just see it go live up in YouTube.
Yeah.
1 second. It's a black, but you can see it live on YouTube. Okay, I see it
I
now.
can see it live on Restream and YouTube.
Alright, I'm live now then.
Alright.
1 2 1 2. Alright, cool. Go. Oh, I can't see. Let me turn on this. What will I see on the TV? Comments. Nah, I just read it off the phone.
Yeah.
But then I have to drag. If I drag it, alright, cool.
Alright, cool.
Yo, can you hear me? I heard I was live. Oh, no, turn the volume down. 1 second, guys. What's happened? Just trying to get comments up. Wall on. Boom. Sorry, guys. Sorry. 1 second. Let me put headphones in. Do you know what's weird? Because actually, I can see myself there. Alright, cool. It should just be on me. I'm going to turn the phone line on so you Man United fans can chat shit for a little bit. I don't really want to hear from Chelsea or Liverpool. Man City don't have a voice. Have Man City won anything this season? Yeah, they ain't got a voice. Oh, let me put this on charge. Ah, the phone thing isn't on. Dennis, are you watching? Can you put the... How do I put... What's the phone line? I'm going to have to get the phone line for you guys. 1 sec. If you know the phone number, you can call. But let me get the phone line and pin it for you guys. Hold on. Wait, what did you say about... Sounds good. Alright, cool. Alright, let me get the phone line for you guys. Hold on. I'm going to pin it in the chat. 1 sec. Man's got a multitask. And get you guys the phone number. Yeah. I should have sorted the phone number out first, innit? How do I get this blood clot? Phone number. Hold on. I'm sure someone knows the phone number, man. Where am I going to get this from? Okay, wait. I think this is it. Yeah, it should be. 1 sec. That should be it. Can I pin it? Pin. Oh, okay, boom. I think that's the phone number. Someone call it, and if this rings, then that's the phone number. And the volume's up. What's wrong with the Wi-Fi? Internet. Yeah, okay, cool. We're connected. And the volume's up. All right, cool, boom. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Do you know who I am? Listen, ground rules, yeah? If you call and you talk too much rubbish, I might be racist to you. If you call and you talk even more rubbish, don't be offended if I cuss you or your mum. It's just I'm emotional, I'm in my feelings. I haven't had the best of newses after what happened last night. And then tonight, Man United and Tottenham are going through as well. All right, 1 sec, let me see these comments. Boom. North London forever, trust me. Man, are acting like football ends at the end of the month, like there's no more games. Yo.
Yo.
You know what's happening?
I'm all good. I'm a City fan.
Okay. I like how, see,
Yeah.
do you know what, yeah?
I'm a City fan.
I hear it, because that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, listen, if anyone calls, at least state your club first, innit?
No. I'm proud. Look,
as much as the right thing. Thank you. Go on.
No, because I don't know you're going to answer. I thought it was only members only. But
No.
I'll be honest, yeah? I never... The amount of chest that Arsenal fans had, stay humble after Haaland done what he done. He has the chest. He has the chest to say what he wants because he's won a treble, won back-to-back.
Okay.
Arsenal, I describe them as Comedy Central FC.
Okay.
Your fans, your manager. Arteta is the epitome of your club, unfortunately. Epitome of your club. And you bringing in a top sporting director in Berta, I hope you do. That's a sign of you changing, but we'll wait and see. Let's see if he has the power of you doing what you're doing. But people underestimated PSG. This isn't the same PSG.
Okay, go on. I'll let you.
This isn't the same PSG. This hasn't got man like in PayPal. He was the problem. He was the problem.
Who do you think?
In PayPal.
You've spit like a hot 16, yeah. Let's start with the last thing you said. Who do you think underrated PSG?
I think I underestimated PSG as a City fan. I'll be honest. I underestimated them.
Yeah, if anyone,
I'll be honest. I did.
We had the luck of playing them 4 times. I think 4 times this Champions
That's why
League.
they didn't have.
And their main man at that point was Bradley Barcola. Dembele wasn't playing.
He's a scrub.
They didn't have.
He's an absolute scrub. Yeah.
Yeah, he isn't Desiree Doué. You see that body fake that Doué has. Yeah, he was even sending me at home. I was like, gee, this guy can move, boy. He's got to be Congolese, isn't it?
Come on, let's be honest. Most of the Paris players from Paris are African. Let's be honest, or Caribbean.
Francophone.
They're absolute ballers. Absolute ballers. Look, I'm Dutch, but most of my players from my national team are either from Suriname or from Ghana or Nigeria, all sorts. So let's be honest. If they all play for their nations, Europe is finished.
But okay, so you also started this. You started all guns blazing. Why do you? Cool. But why, as a Man City fan, why do you think you're bad though? I get it. You done a 4P, but you know, like your error. Are you scared of your error being done? Because
no, it's not done. It's not done.
When did you even? How old are you? And when did you become a City fan?
I'm 25 years old. 25 years old. I came to the country in 2006. I started I only had access watching football at my friend's house. So I started watching after the takeover because I only had access because I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford to watch games. So people could probably say, yeah, bro.
At that point either.
Yeah. No, and plus I probably had like an iPod Touch 3. An iPod Touch 3. So I wasn't really into my football. So yeah, I'll be honest. I got into football after the takeover, but it is, people can call it glory hunter or whatever. I couldn't care less. But in terms of a team, I was born in the Netherlands, so I supported Feyenoord.
No, you know what? Even glory hunting is kind of fine. You see, like the way you've described it is cool. Look, even Man United fans, when they were born in '92 up to '98,
their anthem, glory, Man United. Literally,
at a point, they're gonna be like, that's the most successful thing. A lot of them are from, not a lot of them are from London, but a lot are from London. There's all this Peckham Red thing. You pick a team at the point when you're born. If they're successful, boom, whatever. But like, man are acting like man can't have droughts. I get. Do you know what? Yeah, Liverpool had a dirty drought of not winning the Prem for over 20 to 30 years. It's like, that's cool. It's all been forgotten because you've won 2 now. And what spins me is them men are talking about, like Man City and Liverpool were dominating the last 10 years of football. No, Liverpool weren't part of that domination. You snatched the win during COVID, and you've snatched the win when Man City were bad again.
That was a bit of incompetence from our board for not replacing Vincent Kompany. It's the same thing now. We have a combined age of a midfield of 100 years old. We have 4 grandfathers in midfield. One is a baller, which is Kevin De Bruyne, and you got Kovacic, Gundogan, and Bernardo. So we got geriatrics in our midfield. So that's the problem. And Pep was the reason why we collapsed this season, because he's the one. He didn't even want signings in January, even though because he's so loyal to the players that got him in the positions that he's in. So
I don't know. I don't think Pep is that loyal in terms of
he's
like
blind.
He knows when to let people go. He's let people go.
He's let at the right times. However, he didn't want to make any signings in January or in the summer. He's the one who postponed the rebuild. We normally scapegoat our sporting director, who's a former Barcelona sporting director, but I have a hatred towards Barcelona because the way they try to bully us for certain players, in terms of Bernardo Silva, they tried to snatch him for cheap, and they managed to not get him. So for me, I have a hatred more to Barcelona than I have Real Madrid, to be quite honest. So, for me, you guys need to pot Arteta. Like people who still back, you need an MRI scan, CT scan, all sorts.
On what? The club, the team,
you need to. Now you've got a top sporting director. You need to get rid of him. You need to get rid of him. You need to get rid of Arteta, man.
I don't know, man. You see. Wait. Slow down, because see, this is the thing. This is what like op fans do. They say things like this, and then when if an Arsenal fan agree or say it without you saying it first, it's like, the fans they're so reactionary. They're emotional. You guys are saying it too. You think we should get rid of him. There's going to be people at the club that say keep him or get rid of him. But like, Man don't really want to be like Chelsea or Man United, having 8 managers in 4 years.
Look, the thing is, the days of having a manager for 5 years plus are over. Like, I think even Ruben Amorim's not going to last very long at United.
I don't even think it's ever really been a thing. It was an anomaly with Arsenal and Man United. Liverpool were chopping and changing managers. Newcastle been chopping. Like, all the other clubs generally chop and change managers. It's like, just even that Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger managed to stay there for 20 plus years.
I'll give you an example.
Jose Mourinho was at Chelsea. I don't even think it was 5 years his first stint.
Yeah.
Like,
for me,
it's not normal.
For me, at our club, I give any manager that after Pep has 2 years to win the league, has 2 wins to win the league, or you're potted. I couldn't care less. I'm not blindly backing anything. I don't even blindly back Pep. He's lucky he has the credibility, but he's really frustrated me this season. So he's got his credit in the bank, but people think. I think it's kind of. Yeah, I'll be honest.
Things come in waves in terms of who's going to be the more dominant team.
The way football is that so many fans are such cucks. I can describe it as they're such cucks. It's like the type of it's like they're like Adam 22 nowadays. They're like Adam 22, but in a football context.
What do you mean?
Like they'll probably sit in a corner. They'll probably sit in a corner and watch Arteta or Ruben Amorim sleep with their missus, and just watch and enjoy it. That's the way I describe football.
Nah, do you know what? Football, English football is. People say
it's washed.
It's hard.
washed.
It's in a bad place at the moment.
No, it's
if you look at the football that Barca and PSG play. It's so much more enjoyable to watch, and then you'll say, it's the Farmers League or Spain.
I'll be honest, like, Pep's football's boring. Pep's football's boring, I'll be honest. It's boring. If he's not winning, then it's boring, of course, but it is boring. I understand what the critics and the rivals, like, talk about him, and I think it's justified. But the thing is, I don't know, it's the way football is. Like, they've become so robotic, the individualism in terms of that. So for me, like, you see, the problem is with the UK is that there has no ultras. Ultras is because I think
the fans are horrible. Arsenal Stadium and that first leg, and it's not even just those games. This is like so many. I went to, I've been to many a ground, and the Premier League crowds sometimes are so boring.
But I'll tell you this: before 6 months before the Ukraine and Russia war, I went to a Dynamo Kiev game. That game, that stadium was half empty, but the atmosphere was electric. The atmosphere was electric. Trust me.
Man don't even really get to, like, I know Arsenal's the banner, the tifo thing at the first leg was, bro, maybe there's rules and standards.
It was embarrassing, I can't lie.
That's not our thing. We're such a reserved bunch, and there's hooliganism and small pockets of things, but even our football chants are shit, bro. If you see what PSG do chant-wise, it's mad. You see, even at the Emirates, that little away section, them lot sing from when they leave Paris to when they get here, walk our streets, at the game, back home, to their bedrooms. Here, bro, it's such a dead atmosphere. Football in this country is suffering and struggling. But I'm going to let you go to let another call.
No worries, I got to call it. No worries.
Sweet,
Thank you for letting me on. Appreciate it. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
You too, man. Guys, it's what day is it? It's the Thursday. This is a lunchtime live, innit? But it's just me. It's just me right now. Because it's going to be predominantly football talk, Arsenal business. You can call up the phone line. The phone number is pinned at the top of the live chat. Hello, right now I can see there's 224 of you in here, and how many likes? 23 likes. Let me refresh it just to make sure I'm getting the correct live count. 42 likes. All right, boom, and then cool. All right, so the phone line's open. So boom. Arsenal lost to PSG yesterday. 2-1. Could have. So much could have happened. I knew the final before. What was it? No, the semi-final before. Was it 4-3 or 5-4? 9, 13, 3. The first one was 3-3, right? Listen, Inter Barca, put on such a much better show of what a Champions League semi-final should look like in comparison to a fucking English club, bruv. Yo, caller, what's happening?
Hello?
Yo.
Yeah, what's good? You're right, Fred.
Yeah, man, you?
Not too bad, but a bit upset about yesterday, man.
No worries. So you're an Arsenal fan?
Yeah, unfortunately, man.
What do you think went wrong?
Bro, we just aren't good enough attacking-wise.
Yeah. There's that. Do you want to throw in any caveats? Let's hear your excuses.
No, bro. Honestly, our attack is shocking. It's literally just Bukayo.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it.
bad, isn't it? Like Martinelli literally couldn't. He got past Hakimi, but Hakimi recovered. But he literally tried to nutmeg him, jink through the middle of them. And then when you see how easy it is for Kvaratskhelia or Desiree Doué to do it, it's like, bruv, is this
Bro.
actually what we're dealing with on our left wing? But then sometimes even like Nuno Mendes is a good fullback, but he was on a yellow, so it's like, how are we not peppering that side? Even if you feel you're going that way too much, switch Bukayo and Martinelli for 5-10 minutes. Let Martinelli have a go at him. Because Martinelli's the faster, the quicker winger. It's like, where's in-game tactics management? Like, the only thing we brought to that game different was a long throw-in. And it was like, those weren't even long enough. As in, like, they were barely hitting the 6-yard box. So after the first three, a man's arms and shoulders are definitely hurting. So do something else. It's a semi-final. You're 2-0 down on aggregate. Switch the
No.
wingers. Man is on a booking he was on a booking for like 70-odd minutes, no?
Bro, I fully hear it because within the first 15 to 20 minutes, we was cooking them. But bro, we just can't back. It's so crazy. And then
It's because it's system ball. If it's system ball where like if it's not working, they can't think on their feet. They can't come up with anything new because all they know is system. So then that's when the ball goes around the box, around that other side, and then you recycle back to Raya. And that's fucking English football at the moment.
I don't know, man, because it looked so easy for PSG, bro. Literally, their first 3 shots were all on target, and the third one went in. It's actually insane.
It's because it looks so easy because they're not stuck to positions. It's not rigid. They don't have to stay in those same zones all the time.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're actually not.
So easy. It's fluid football. It's not pass it to my feet and you do my overlap and then, okay, there's no opening, okay, we go. But no one's trying to thread it through an area or is confident in beating their man because it's so much let the ball do the work right now.
Is there anyone you were particularly upset with yesterday?
Odegaard, a lot of fans have been upset with Odegaard for a while. I think the occasion was too big for Lewis Skelly.
Yeah. Plus, he's had an amazing thingy anyway.
He's having a what?
He had an amazing thingy anyway, campaign anyway.
Yeah, he's had a great breakout season, but I feel it might have been a bit too much for him yesterday.
Kid's only 18 though. It's not much he can do.
He did well against Real Madrid, no doubt. PSG was an easy turnover, but like I feel like that second leg, I think he probably got in his own head. He put too much pressure on himself. He was getting tackled a lot. Usually, he's very good at protecting the ball, shielding the ball, beating one or two and passing it. He was running into brick walls. He was getting pushed off the ball, mis-shielding it. Like, I feel he didn't have a great game. And it's not to scapegoat him because I think he's the youngest player on the pitch, at least for Arsenal. And yeah, he didn't have a great game. One sec. Thanks, Moyo, $4.99 for your pain, you know. To be real, how long do you give Arteta before showing him the door? I'll ask you that question. How long do you give Arteta?
Broski, he's got 1 more year. I'm not going to lie. He has 1 more year. By a freak of nature, I'm with you on that now. You remember when you had that mini crash out? I think it was like 2 years ago. But we need a freak of nature at our club. Bro, now's the time.
Oh, bro, you see? I've said it. I've been said it. And for people that may not understand what I never said it was Arteta out 2 years ago. I might have been angry at the time, but the club needs a freak of nature player like, and it doesn't. And I'm not saying a wonder kid 17-year-old like Lamine or Doué, because Doué's good, yeah, but he didn't score against us, did he? No, he didn't. So it's like close, if Lamine's 90% likely to score against you or assist. Doué just looks great on the ball at the moment. Like, he hasn't necessarily got great end product at the moment, but looks good on the ball. Man needs someone who's fucking 34 goals. 20 to 25 goals a season, man needs 34. Someone that, if they're on the pitch, they're making it happen. Like, I remember when we had like Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah.
Goal or assist is happening. Like, in big, it's happening. He's beating 2 and scoring. He's beating 1 and assisting. He's scoring a penalty, scoring a free kick, you know?
I hear you. I'll let someone else go and
Yeah,
talk
but
for
wait,
the
you give Arteta one more season.
bro.
So is that to win the Prem? Is that to make it? Like, if we made it to the final and he lost, does he still have one more season? Is it a failure even if we make it to the final and lose? Or like, what's this one more season dependent on?
I'm giving him one more season to win the Prem. I can't like, bro. We're not reaching semi-final thingy ever, but not ever again. But
Yeah.
definitely not next year.
Okay.
So
I don't see why we couldn't next year. As in,
he has
like,
to do a matter.
you,
He has to do a matter.
we get players back, we sell some, we buy some. If anything, we should only get stronger. If we get weaker, then cool, he's messed up. Like, in reality, we should only get stronger. As a team, not like our playing style. Did we get strong? We brought in Mikel
But look at our
Merino,
bench.
brought in
I don't think we got strong.
Calafiori. Yeah. Okay, so I think actually, I was thinking about this on the way. We probably got weaker as a team this season in comparison to last season, letting go of like Emile Smith-Rowe. And I'm talking like backup players. Because Emile Smith-Rowe, okay, he at one point we was thinking, all right, he's going to be our new number 10. But then he would have, made good backup for Odegaard. Or, he might be deployed wide left, wide right, whatever. He's a quite versatile player. But, like, we probably did get weaker this season with who we let go over who we brought in. Like, yeah, it wasn't a good enough transfer window. And then we done nothing in January. So, and that's what you have to do. Now we've seen how it goes with how our last 3 seasons have ended from, like, March, April, May. We now know spending in January is vital because of injuries and fatigue. We look tired. In our last 2 or 3 Prem games, we looked tired. After that 15-minute surge yesterday, we began to look quite leggy, especially defensively. It depends how we play if I give him one more season. If the football's bad again, then I'm like, okay, it's time to move on. I'm not necessarily like, if he doesn't win the Prem, then it's another horrible failure as a season. Like,
Drastic changes need to be made in the transfer window, but that's all I'm in, to be fair. So let's see.
All right, then. Sweet, man. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'll let you go then.
Cool, in a bit. All right, guys, the phone line's open. Let me see some of these messages. Seka said, Man United Europa win incoming. And now I don't know who I can't want Tottenham to win. So, like, how does man hate watch United versus Tottenham? How do I hate watch? Because, like, back in the day, you used to be able to, like, share. Who's that? Yo, what's happening?
Yo, what's going on, brother?
What's happening? You good?
Good, man. Chelsea fan calling in. How you doing?
I'm good, man. What's up? What do you want to say?
Listen, man. When is it gonna end, bro? I'm 31 years old. The last time y'all lifted something, I was 11. I was an immigrant to the U.S.
No, it's not. No,
What's
it's
going
not. Man are just I don't give a toss. Man are disregarding FA Cups, bro. What do you mean the last time we lifted something? Man's lifted
Toss
many.
that, bro. That was COVID times. It was COVID. It was 2020. Everybody was in their house. It was a nothing cup at that moment.
All right, cool. Go on.
Is it a major though? Are we calling it a major? I need titles. I need league titles. I need Champos. Like we need those major honors.
So do we.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like I went to school. Got 2 degrees, bought a house. All I'm missing is wife and kids right now. I'm 31. It's 20 plus years. Like we need something.
I've been through it. I thought I was gonna bring a kid into the world with Arsenal as a title winning side. I'm not. It's heartbreaking. Yeah, man's devastated.
It's dim, bro. It's dim. But I'm saying, okay, this is the thing, right? I think the squad building has been shocking. I think overall, you guys do have a good nucleus, right? This is the thing. You guys have a good nucleus, but the squad building as a whole, it's not good enough to win these major honors. And the amount of money y'all spent, it's just not good enough. He has to lift a major trophy the next season.
I agree with you, and I disagree because without injuries, I think we would have been a lot better. Like if we had the likes of if we had Jesus and Havertz, and I'm not a great fan of Havertz, but he understands that 9 role more than Merino. I think when Merino's playing, he remembers, oh shit, I'm supposed to be in the box. That's supposed to be me.
Right.
Or sometimes he's there too early because he's like, okay, I'm supposed to be there. When I've seen him make that late 3rd man run and arrive on time, Now he's either arriving too late or he's there too early. Like, Havertz his chance conversion might be shoddy. I don't have the stats, but like he maybe understands that role a bit more than Marino. And that man's playing a makeshift 9. This isn't even someone we bought as a 9. Like, cool, when we bought Havertz, who the hell knew what he was going to be? Replacing Granit Xhaka ends up being a 9.
Exactly.
Is that because Jesus got injured? Trossard can sometimes play there, but sometimes it just doesn't work from the first minute. Like when Trossard came on, he made a difference. He, put in the cross, he was beating, man. He has more intelligence than Martinelli. I think we got a good squad. It's just we ain't got enough squad depth for when 3, 4, 5 players get injured. And that's just been our downfall. Like the first season, maybe, okay, last season we didn't really have an injury. We just fumbled the league. The season before, Saliba getting injured and having to have, someone cover for him, and then, we fumbled the league. This season, we didn't really fumble the league. Liverpool were first, and do you think we fumbled it?
Yeah, 100%. This is what I mean. I agree with about 40% of what you said, because the reason is you can't bring in an army Swiss knife like Kai Havertz and expect something. You know what I mean? You need a proper driller, bro. You need 20 goals. You need somebody that could bag, bro. You have to have that up top, right? So then you brought in another army Swiss knife and Gabriel Jesus. Is he really a 9? Is he a driller? Not really. He could play off the left. You can sometimes maybe bring him off the right. Maybe he's a bench player. At best, maybe a squad player. So that's what I mean by like squad depth, right? So, okay, did they both go down this year? Absolutely. But are we saying that even if they would have played the full 38-game campaign that you guys would have lifted the trophy, a major? I don't think so. Would they have done anything against this PSG team? I don't think so. You know what I mean?
I think we would have been a lot closer to Liverpool if we didn't have 3. Remember, Saka got injured too. If we didn't have 3 of
that's
our,
a big loss. That's a big loss. That one for sure is a big loss.
Season, man,
no, I hear that. I hear that
throughout the season. And again, you just
are they good enough though?
If we do it to Liverpool, it's the same thing. If you take Salah out, if you take we're gonna do we'll do the front 3. If you take Salah, Gakpo, and Darwin Núñez out, what are you left with? Diogo Jota and who?
It's still serviceable though, Diego Jota. He's done enough for you to be like, all right, he can at least contribute about 15 goals a season. Is it good enough to win it? Probably not.
Exactly.
I'll give you that.
Exactly.
But this is the thing though, right? So what you said was
Salah is 20 assists and maybe like 27 goals. Saka hasn't achieved that, but that's our version. So you take that out, you take out Jesus, you take out again, without those players, Liverpool don't go 15, 20 points clear of us. I don't think so.
But like you said, though, is it good enough to say after 5 years of this rebuild, he's done a good job? This is the thing. Arteta is actually a good coach. Like, let's not get it wrong. He's a good coach, right? But is he going to take you to the mountaintop, right? So you're in your 5th season. You haven't done enough. Like, the squad building isn't good enough. You haven't experimented enough. You haven't given the young guys a chance. Nwaneri's a good player. You got to bring him on, give him 20, give him 20, 25 minutes.
Chance. Lewis Kelly
No, but I'm saying up top. Okay. I'm saying up top. I mean, Lewis Kelly was like, you guys landed on something there, right? But you guys already had 4 fullbacks. What's the point? Like, you gave him a chance, and he turned out to be a gem.
Yeah, Arsenal fans are frustrated.
That's what I'm saying. He turned out to be a gem, but up top is where you need to experiment more, man. Give some young guys a chance. Bring somebody from the academy. Give Nwaneri minutes. Give Nwaneri minutes to build his confidence. He can come into these games.
And I hope so. Now but the thing is, our season really isn't over, and because we got Liverpool, Newcastle, Southampton, and we could end up 7th or something like that. So it's do we give Nwaneri minutes or do we keep playing our captain Odegaard? It's like who is in bad form?
I mean, at this point, I think you guys got it locked in. I'm not gonna lie. I think you guys got it locked in. It'll be close though, because that last game being Southampton.
Newcastle won dump on us again. Liverpool at home, they're going to win in front of their home ground. Southampton, cool, they're already relegated, so I will most likely beat them. But we could, we could end up not 2nd, basically. And at this point, it doesn't mean nothing, right? Whether you finish 2nd or 4th
it means
something. In terms of,
it means something to you.
Not that I want to be finishing 2nd, but if you don't win the Prem 3 seasons in a row and come 2nd 3 seasons in a row, then you lose the Champions League semi-final. And then you're no longer 2nd in the final 3 games of the season. It makes the season even worse. The season,
I hear that,
it's
but
already.
listen, I think this is part of the problem, though.
What?
I think this is part of the problem in terms of the standards. Like when I was growing up, the reason why I'm a Chelsea fan is because around me growing up, I'm from Ethiopia originally. I moved to U.S. when I was 9. So around me back home and when I first came to the States, I had a lot of immigrant friends, Mexicans, people from Southeast Asia, et cetera, with Man United fans, Liverpool, et cetera, right? But at that time, Arsenal was big. You guys were winning shit, had drillers, had all-timers, and now the standards are slowly, every 5 years or so, are like dipping. So for you to even say like, oh, it would have been an all right season, or you feel a little bit better that you guys finished second 3 years on the road, that's the standards dipping, bro. You guys
that's not what I
have to
said.
win
That's not what I said.
majors.
That's not what
no, but
I
you
said.
said you'd feel a lot better finishing second as opposed to
that's
fifth,
not what
right?
I said.
That's what you said.
It would be you're using my words and twisting them. It's kind of what I'm saying because if you flip it, yes, but like okay, I'm saying it more in terms of I think the first caller said we're banter FC. In terms of like the fan banter, if we slip from second to fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh in the final 3 games, the banter's gonna be rife. Like the Champions League banter ends by Saturday because United and Tottenham are going through, so we'll get a bit more banter. If we then slip
I'm not sure about that, by the way.
Oh, they're both qualifying for the final.
Hey, look, don't write it off. I'm telling you, they're playing on that turf.
I am tuning in for a hate watch. Most definitely, I'm going to watch and I'm going to scrunch my plastic cup when United score. That's what's going to happen. But I'm tuning in for a hate watch. Like, I'm supposed to go movie premiere tonight. I'm saying, if United fall, I need to be there. Like, they won't.
I think United have a bit of a leg just because I think they have a big enough buffer to pull it off. But you know how Tottenham is, man. And anything is liable to happen. They're playing on unknown territory. They're playing on turf. Yeah. I think anything
they're
is
playing
liable
on
to happen.
AstroTurf.
They're playing on the AstroTurf.
You see, the
so
thing is,
it could be anything.
Tottenham have to not score. And what's it? Something Blint. What's their name?
Yeah. Bodo Glimt.
That joint. Do they score 3 or 4 goals and silence Tottenham? I don't know. Athletic Club, do they score 4?
They could. I don't know if you watched the first game.
Actually, Athletic Club might just have to score 3 and take it to penalties. But it's at Old Trafford, isn't it?
That'd be sick.
Is it at Old Trafford?
That'd be sick. Yes. Yep, because they play first leg on the road. Yep, I think so. But I'm saying as far as Tottenham goes, I don't know if you watched the first leg, but Bodo Glimt is actually bopping them off the park. I can't lie. They were bopping them. They were bopping them. And they beat Lazio. They beat Lazio, I think it was, 3-0 or 4-0 at home, and then they bopped somebody 6-1 a couple years ago. I think it was Roma, Jose's side.
Yeah,
they bopped them 4-5.
They're in the semi-final, so they got something. They're in the semi-final. I think Arsenal, and then when we talk semi-final, I think Arsenal had the weakest side going into the semi-finals. PSG had a full-strength squad. Okay, Dembele had a muscle injury, so he only got subbed on in the second leg. But apart from that, no injuries. Barcelona were only really missing Lewandowski. Again, we're able to sub him on in the second leg late on.
Yeah, they were missing Balde too, but
Inter Milan were missing Martinez maybe in the first leg. We're able to start him in the second and he scores. Arsenal had 6-7 injuries. And I know probably the next caller will talk about Thomas Partey missing the first leg but being available in the second and being involved in both goals being scored. But cool, man. I think, because people are banging off the line, so I'm going to let you go, man.
I got you. I appreciate it, man. You have a good one.
Peace in a bit.
Yep.
Let me unlock this phone. Guys, hold on. Thank you, caller. Hold on, guys. I'm just trying to clear messages. Backlog. Are people trying? Okay, boom. Yikes. The next caller's coming in. Yo, caller.
Red Row, what's happening, my guy?
What's happening? You good? Man. Oh, what's happening?
I'm good, my guy. I'm good, man. It's coming like Arsenal therapy right
now,
bro.
Their hair, our haters are hair, man. Because I got hair, and I was like, bro, late to the live, I got hair. I was like, should I go live on my ones? I said, fuck it. Let everyone get it off their chest, whatever. Like that. So, no, what he said, you watched it, yeah?
Of course. How did you feel when you woke up this morning, knowing what happened?
Pissed, man. Man stayed in bed for a hot minute. And the thing is, bro, like, you see, people want to act like man ain't the most hated club in England.
Oh, bro, it's ridiculous.
You see the way man gets, bro, it's over-reported.
is ridiculous.
It's
The way that
overreported.
everyone came together to in unity to watch us and hate is ridiculous. But
bro,
at the same time, unfortunately, we deserve it, bro.
do you think?
Let me be completely frank. We deserve it.
It's AFTV's fault, man.
So what I would say is that we have a very loud 20% of our fan base that overdo it and overboard, do the most, talk too much. And there's an 80% of us that understand where we are, the
Yeah, but
position
man
that
can't
we're
be
in,
pussios.
and are
Man need that
realistic.
20% still. And you know what?
Of course.
You see, without AFTV, none of these bum clubs have a fucking fan channel, bro.
Of course,
Robbie put bare of them on. Robbie got them on
yeah.
payroll. They're acting like they came from the... What? Robbie built you lot, bruv. Without Robbie,
Like,
there ain't no
literally,
you lot.
We know that we're the pioneers in that sense.
You know?
But, bro, honestly,
Nah, man's
this
overreported though, bro. Man log on, man see ESPN talk about it, CBS talk about it, Talk Sport. I get like they're going to, yeah. But then when you go to the, when you get out of that office level and you go lower down, man seeing Man United fans, Tottenham fans, all Chelsea.
They're talking more about it than us.
Like,
bro, I'm not even on socials, but I saw Ryanair posted something about us.
What's going on?
Violating us.
Why are we so hated?
These men hate us.
I thought we've won nothing. I thought we're a small club. What, a man doing the bully thing, or do we have to start punching man up? Like, do we have
It's
to
because
bring
we
back
know what would happen, bro. Like, let's be real, Fred. If we get a major, we know London is upside down.
Yeah,
bro.
we're mashing everything up. I think
it's a
that's what they're
carnival.
scared of. Like,
That's
you
the
see,
thing.
Liverpool won the Prem, yeah.
No one cares.
Man, try act like I can't remember. Maybe it was Jamie Carragher saying everyone was going nuts. No one gone nuts.
No one cared.
No
one
cares.
cares.
No one, Man City won a quadruple. It's out of here already. What's Arsenal doing? Man are always looking our way. What's going on?
Them have more energy to talk about Trent going to Real Madrid rather than them winning the league. No one cares.
Man in finals or want to see what we have to say about our manager. I don't mind Arteta. I don't want to bounce from manager to manager. Like when we bounced from Unai to Arteta, I was worried. Shit, is man gonna be a bouncer club? Like, man are bouncing managers, bouncing tactics, bouncing formats. This ain't his team. Cool, Arteta's had his transfer windows, his teams for a hot minute. Only this last season, I think the recruitment was wrong. We overinvested in defenders and we got another midfielder. Then we was linked with Zubamendi and we were supposed to have got Nico Williams and Isak. And man's been linked, and we never brought nothing. And then we've missed out on Rafinha when he was at Leeds and all sorts. And like, so the recruitment's been all right, cool. Only this last season. That first season
Fred,
when we
you go
brought in
further back, you know.
Jesus and Zinchenko, although they aren't starters now or in the frame now, that was a good season for him to have built from.
You could go further back, Fred, man. I think you could even go to, if you ask most Arsenal fans, if you say our best window might have been 23-24 window when we got Declan Rice in early, Kai Havertz, which we didn't really want, but we're like, fair enough. And then he ended up helping us a lot that season. Urian Timber and David Raya. We went into that season knowing, okay, we're happy that we've got Declan Rice, Urian Timber, Havertz.
We still knew it wasn't enough, though.
Oh, we knew it wasn't enough.
None of our transfer windows have been enough.
We've never left one, but from
and
us
you know what?
as
Let's
fans,
compare it to Man City's transfer window. When they buy Haaland, they know it's enough.
Yeah.
When we bought our player, cool, we bought Declan Rice. There was questions about his price tag, but when you bring in Kai Havertz, you're like, nah, that's not enough.
Yeah,
We've been known it's not enough. We've been known. I never expected to be second 3 seasons in a row. The only one I expected to be it's hard to say closer because second, if you're not second and you want to be closer, you're first and you win it, was this one. But I never expected City's drop off. I didn't expect the amount of injuries. I didn't expect Liverpool's return with a new manager. There's a lot of, and that's football.
The league as a whole this season, like, let's be real. I know people say we're being bitter and things along those lines, but the quality of football this season within the league has been crap overall. Yeah. Everyone's been crap. 100%. Tottenham, Man United, 14th and 15th. Chelsea, they had once upon a time, Chelsea were even looking at first at a point. Then they had the massive fall off. Then it was the fall off of Aston Villa as well in the beginning of the season, and then they slowly came back up as well. Then it was the rise of Nottingham Forest, of
Mm-hmm.
Bournemouth, of all these like mid teams. So you look at the quality of football overall this season, it has been really crap.
Yeah.
This season has been very reminiscent of the 15-16 season when Leicester won.
And
where
it showed
there's a
in
major
Champions
fall-off.
League. It's shown in Champions League.
In champs, like
Man,
the thing is, what I've liked with, I know a lot of people don't like the format of it, but what I've liked with this is that it's been unexpected. Bruv, we had who heard of Brest, and they were first of the Champions League table for how long?
Well,
You feel me? So
Liverpool were top as well, right?
Liverpool, and then they
lost to PSG.
PSG got them out. Like,
Yeah.
and what I would say, like, going to our team is that we've got too many squad players as starters. That's it.
Yeah.
That the difference with us and PSG was moments and quality depth. They had both, and we didn't.
And what I like is that now Gabriel can be seen as a top centre back.
Yeah. You look at him now.
Saliba, usually you think, it's Gabriel there's the mistake in him. Saliba has looked very shaky without Gabriel next to him.
Horrible. Out of the two, funny enough, you turn around and say that Saliba's looked worse than Kiwior at points. Which is horrible to say.
That goal against Crystal Palace was like, what's bro doing, man?
Some
of the passes across the back, you're like, hey, man.
Yeah, the Real Madrid goal.
That's the partnership. He might just actually need Gabriel next to him. And Kyrgios done well, but and I think maybe it's also time we move on from David Raya.
I disagree. David Raya is a quality keeper. He is a quality keeper, bro. I'm forgetting the saves that he done Aston Villa earlier this season, Tottenham earlier this season, Brighton and that 1-1 ridiculous game.
I expect my keeper to make saves, as I expect my defenders to make tackles. Saves is cute, and there's clean sheets and the best defense in the league, least goals, whatever the stat is, if that's still us. But he jars me. He pierces me off.
Do you know what? I understand that when
he rolls the ball forward every time, waiting for someone, bro. You're wasting my seconds, my good seconds. You're wasting them, bro. And when we're wasting time on corners and throw-ins, and we waste our own time, end up 2-1 down in the 78th minute, and get mad at the opposition for now taking their time.
Who's that to blame?
We've wasted 7 minutes of the match ourselves on corners and free kicks.
Who's that to blame?
It's the what's that freak set piece taker, man? And
Nicholas Over, I can't stand that guy.
Yeah, it's also Arteta saying, wait till he presses you, bro. Play the ball. Let's go. Yeah. What's all this? We need that's what I'm saying about system ball. Arteta wants it to be built from the back and free passes and get out and then in the midfield you bounce and you move and then just clip it over the top, big man.
Fred, I'll be honest with you.
Defenders hate running towards their goal. If you play everything in front of them, we'll shuffle left, we'll shuffle right, we'll intercept it, and we'll break on you. Bro, this Raya. When you bring in certain players and this is his strength, you play to it. He's good with his feet. Cool.
When you've got this stupid system, that Arteta has introduced to our team, that when you look at the way that the decline in us this season, the whole main tactic of us was meant to be we control games. We're controlling games, but if anything, we look worse. From the 2-0 game, our first game against Wolves this season, you looked at us and felt like we don't look good. There's something weird in this team.
Because possession doesn't bring goals. As in, possession doesn't equal goals. Bro. If you end the game with 68% possession, that doesn't mean 1-0. You have to shoot and score. And that's one thing. Shooting outside the box is only when we get frustrated, and then it's like, bro, just sometimes go at the key. Like, see yesterday when Donnarumma hurt his arm.
Yeah.
From that Odegaard shot. What? We should have let 3 off at him immediately.
Exactly that. We have too many gun-shy. We have too many gun-shy players.
Gun-shy. Like, we should have let... Well, how's your shoulder, big man? Have this, have that.
Bust your gun.
Bow.
Bust your gun.
I don't think
that's what we just tell these man. Bust your gun.
It's crazy, man. Yeah.
Who would you look at for targets? Obviously, these last 3 games, the the team's going to feel deflated. We're
Yeah.
probably going to see more Ranieri because we're playing for nothing, to be fair. Whether we finish second or fifth, as long as we get Champions League, that's all most people care about. But who would you bring in this summer? And who do you think will be what will be the realistic? What would be like the realistic players that you see coming in?
Let me think. We need someone. We need three across. We need three new front men.
Yeah.
It's got to be backup for Saka.
Facts.
Whoever that is. I wouldn't mind either Semenyo or I'm not sure on Nico Williams.
I don't like him.
But I know, and I'm not sure Semenyo would want to be a backup player.
I mean, backup for the play Champions League.
He can play on the left or the right, maybe whichever side he's strongest on. I think it's probably. I like Martinelli, but it's probably time to move on from him.
It's done. It's done, bro.
I would keep Trossard because he's an intelligent player and good off the bench. Good in those other games, you know. Yeah, we lose to Crystal Palace and Bournemouth, but it's a good. Like I'm talking about those types of games. So you've played Liverpool on Sunday, and then you've got the Champions League game on Wednesday, and then you have to rest players because you've got another Champions League game on. Okay, now Trossard starts.
Yeah.
Hold on, someone just busting this dude. We need a 9, which is annoying because they're gonna see Havertz as that's a new signing because he's back from injury. But you got to get rid of Jesus because he gets injured too much. But we need a whole new front three. I don't want to say things like Benjamin Sesko or Gyökeres or however you pronounce his name because I ain't really watched them play. I don't watch.
Sesko's not it, bro.
I don't watch YouTube highlights. Because YouTube highlights are the worst. This is not a scouting report. I've not watched these guys play. Who's a striker?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe who's a Prem striker? Would I take anyone from Tottenham? No, I wouldn't take Nkunku. Would I take Chris Wood?
They want to just be like, is that really, to be fair?
I don't want because of the last live we had. Man, we're talking about 150 M's on Isak. I think that's crazy.
But you know what it is? Unfortunately, at this point, what more can we do? For me, I would say if it's not a Gyökeres, then it has to be a Osimhen. But I know what Osimhen can do. I've
seen Osimhen more. I know what he can do. I just don't think he fits Arsenal's culture.
Because we don't have chaotic strikers.
Yeah, I don't
think. And ideally, sometimes that may be the profile that we miss. A chaotic striker who just moves mad, just stay in the box.
Maybe, but maybe he's better suited to Chelsea or Man United.
Chelsea or United, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he fits us. And may become. I don't want to. May become like Adebayor in the changing room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I just don't think he fits, man. And again, there's just not that many nines. There's nines out there, but in terms of how I want to see Arsenal play football, that's where it is as well. It's like the football we played this season, I didn't like it.
It's horrible.
You know,
it's horrible.
So now, if we bring in a striker, it's got to be of Haaland's ilk. I'm not saying like Haaland because there's not many of those, but like. Someone that is okay touching the ball 10, 15 times a game. I want to see my striker on the ball.
I
want to see my striker on the ball. As much as my wide men or however it goes. I don't want to see Raya taking more touches than my striker. This is crazy. How do you score from that?
I don't want to see my striker dropping deep. I don't want to see my striker playing as a DM having to cover ground. No, just stay up top.
And that's kind of what I like about Jesus. When Jesus plays in the night, he likes to get on the ball, drop a shoulder, beat a man, play someone, hit the ball. Like, I want to see my striker get on the ball, and because that strikes fear into defenders. They don't want to dive in on him. I want someone where they're like, oh, he's just going to try and pin me. Yeah, I'll rough him up. Or shit, Jesus will turn on the ball and drop his shoulder. It may not work all the time, but it's what you want to see. It's what strikes fear into centre backs. Also, if they're running towards their goal, that's what they don't want to do. They love it when pin me. I'll wrestle you. I'll more likely win the header if the ball's in the air because I can get like that. You know? I don't like the way we played this season. It was bad football. It was stressful to watch at times, man. It was bad stuff.
Horrible, man.
Let me open the phone line, but I'm gonna read some comments real quick as well, though, man.
Blessings, man. Always.
Love, man. In a bit. 1 second, guys. Airplane motor, star damn. Boom, let me read some of your comments. You guys have been talking, so I'm going to have a little scroll back. The Farmers League in the final. I don't think France is as much of a Farmers League as people make out. I think Man United were even lucky to beat Lyon, man. When Tolisso got sent off, I think that was a brazy red card. And then what were they, what were they, 3-1 down? Back to 4-3, and then United won. I can't remember how the full-on goings, but I think United were very lucky to beat Lyon, and maybe that's a 16th place, 14th or 15th place United, but still, I don't think it's a Farmers League. Lots of good talent comes out of the French League. You've had the likes of Drogba come out of the French League, Hazard come out of the French League, Saliba come out of the French League. Players currently in the French League: Desiree Doué, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia. Cool, I'm naming PSG players, but there's a lot of players that have come out of the French League and are flipping quality players, bro. Like, that is not a Farmers League. Like, I think these Italy. Okay, wait. So the top two leagues that people generally say would be England and Spain. Yeah, not Germany. Is Germany a Farmers League? Germany's quite farmerish still. Portugal is some farmers there still, or maybe postmen. I don't think France is a farmers league. I don't think so. Italy is definitely not a farmers league anymore. The thing with Italy is, you don't know who's going to win that league at the start of the season. It could be Napoli, Inter, fucking Milan, Juve. Roma might sneak back next season. Fiorentina might do something. Who the hell knows what's going to happen in Italy? All right, let me zoom. Julian Alvarez is the striker for you. Maybe, you know. I do like Julian, you know. People are also linking us with Lautaro Martinez. I don't really like Lautaro, though. I do like Marcus Thuram, although he does gas the tank. He looks okay, he played 120 minutes, but he looks quite leggy at times. And maybe man are looking quite leggy at this stage of the season, because they've played a mad amount of games. Like, since COVID, the amount of football that these guys have probably played is just mad. Like, obviously the World Cup must have got shifted. A lot of things got shifted, innit? So then seasons were still starting pretty much the same time. There's FA Cups, Carabaos, you're trying to rotate players. And then they're trying to take more competition seriously. So there was a couple seasons where people were fielding like 7, 8 youth or reserve team players. Now a lot of first team players are playing those Carabao matches, playing those FA Cup early round matches, and it's more minutes for a lot of people. Germany, Germany's a farmers league. Frank says that. Jorginho, whoever said Julian Alvarez is 100% onto something. Not heard this shout before, but you're right. Yeah, Julian Alvarez is actually a great shout. Definitely a great shout. Look at Rennes Academy. How can Arteta say the best team lost? He's lost himself, lost his sense. Were Arsenal better than PSG yesterday? I think it's 2-1, 3-1 on aggregate. So that is the main thing. That scoreline, who qualified. I think it was a fairly even match, and I like the ref, because you remember in the first game when Saka tackled Nuno Mendes, not a foul. Remember now in the second leg when Trossard won the ball off Marquinhos, very similar tackles in terms of like the force applied and man just falling on the floor trying to win that free kick. We see it happen in games where man's just going over, he's facing his goal, he needs to get himself out of trouble, falls down at any touch, the ref gives it. I think if that was given in the first half, if we score on first leg, if we score or not, that's a whole different ball game. But I think it was quite an even game. I think Saka's miss, he didn't expect it to get there, because remember, Donnarumma's coming out, so the fact it's beat Donnarumma, it's on his second, it's on his foot in a flash. Yeah, get over it, anticipate, whatever. Yeah, it's gone over. cool, we lost 2-1. I think it was a. Let me get the match. Let me get the match stats. Let me see how close the game was, stats wise. What is? Mocking it. Hold on. Arsenal PSG stats. Okay, so I hate this stat of expected goals. First half, second. Okay, match. So expected goals. I hate this stat, but I'm gonna read off the stats. 1.74 for PSG, 3.14 for Arsenal. If you go off, cool. Ben's already said the scoreline on aggregate 3-1. But in terms of the match yesterday, if Arteta said the better team lost, off of that, they did have more shots on target though. Actually, they had 6 on target. Arsenal had 4. In terms of the shots on target though, if you take Desiree Doué's shot for example, like straight at Raya's feet, so it's like, was that a troubling shot? Boom, boom, boom. Arsenal had Donnarumma stretching, Odegaard's shot, Saka's shot. You know, shots off target. Arsenal had 7 off target. PSG had 3 off target. Arsenal had 8 shots blocked. Had more possession than them, 54% possession, more corners, same offsides, same fouls, more throw-ins, more yellow cards, more crosses. Yeah, it's whatever. Baby, the better team did lose. At the end of the day, yes, you got to score goals to win the match. Did we play better than them? Did we play better football? I think it was fairly even. Both teams have their own style. I think we was peppering them in the first 15, 20. Applied good pressure, just couldn't finish our chances, innit? Boom, Arsenal attack had no substance. Moyo, you're right. And that's just where it is at the moment. We just ain't got, I think it's a mixture of not having legs, players having to overplay because of injuries, running out of ideas because of system ball, ish like that. Let's see what else you guys are saying. From open play, Arsenal are not good. Man are trying to, like, corners are part of the game, man. I don't know, like, when we get a corner, should we kick it off for them to have a throw-in, or, like, should we overkick the corner so that we can't score? Like, this thing of, like, man are set-piece merchants. I don't know. What do you guys want Arsenal to do when they get a corner? Just not score, like, not try and score. Just, I don't know, man. But cool. You should try finesse Palmer. Palmer to Arsenal. He's a good player, but is that what we need? We need a 9. We need front 3, backup for Saka, replacement for Martinelli, and a 9. That's not Palmer. That would be spending money in the wrong place. And I don't think Chelsea are letting Palmer go. Nah, I'm not really keen on Watkins. Not keen on Mateta. Should take Nunes. Nah, that guy misses way too many chances. Cornucopium. Explain what that means, Bezzy. Or BZ. Saka had to limit his IG comment straight after the game. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. It's smart. Avoid the nonsense. I think the ball played a major factor on the game. The football, you're bantering me, innit? PSG had the better keeper and he made amazing saves, but that's the story of Arsenal. Guys talking rubbish. Now Palmer to Arsenal is a myth. I didn't suggest Palmer to Arsenal. Palmer would replace Odegaard. Yeah, but that's not what we need. I think Odegaard probably has a good season next season. He's having a bad one. But, you know, form is temporary, class is permanent. Odegaard's a good player. Just having a bad season. Happens. Yeah, I don't think Chelsea are letting go of Cole Palmer. That's their guy, you know? I don't know if Cole Palmer's probably bought into a project. I think they're going to feel a lot stronger. They're probably going to make more signings and be stronger next year. They started well. They're going into a final as well. They're going to have a good season next season, I think. I think next season is going to be tough. I feel like Man City and Chelsea will be back and Arsenal and Liverpool will be fighting for it again. And then you also have the likes of Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, and did I say Newcastle? Not Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest and Newcastle that will probably want to have a say. I don't think they'll get close to winning it, but they'll have a say, as in like those could be clubs that those top 4 or 5 clubs hiccup against. Yeah, I think next season is probably a lot more interesting than this one because of what happened with this one. Fofana or Cherokee would be great additions in the summer. Or Cherokee. Again, it's not what we need. Maybe, I think Fofana's the striker if you're talking about the Fofana striker. But, guys, man need a 9. Man has suggested these midfield dons. Now, I'll open the phone line soon. I'm just reading some of you comments. Nicky Barnes, I'll open it in a second. Arsenal need a Lewandowski, not an Isak. I'll take Lewandowski even at his age, man. I would, what? Lewandowski, you think his age, man? That guy's a gunman, bruv. Whoa, that guy, hey, serious gunman. That's John Wick. Forest will fall down to 8th. Maybe. It all depends what Forest qualify for as well. Depends where they finish this year, what happens next year. Do they take on, they're gonna be in either of the European competitions. That takes a toll. That takes a toll on your league standing. Arsenal need a striker and a better left winger. Yes. A Pender to Arsenal. Again, don't be foot champs guys or YouTube highlights guys. Actually watch these players ball and know if one can hack it in the press. It's hard to, you're not a scout, it's hard to judge it. But just don't go off internet stats on these games, because when they get it, it's like Pepe. I liked Pepe, but because he had that price tag of, what was it, 70 or 80 mil, everything he does was scrutinized. And man had a better return than enough players, but everyone was cooking him that he was shit. He was a good player. All right, I've opened the phone line. So whoever gets through, I'll take a few more calls before I go gym. Lautaro's a shout. Benz is a myth. Hugo Ekatike. Yeah, you guys are just going off them foot champs cards, man. I don't know if you guys have actually watched these youths play. Like, do you watch Germany like that? I don't know. Do they fit into Arsenal? Fred, now you guys are out of the league, who do you think will win? Oh, that's actually something I'd like to talk about, who would win, Inter or PSG. Hello, caller.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, man, what's good?
Yeah, I'm good. Chelsea fan speaking here.
What's up?
Yeah, so I just wanted to speak on, obviously, the situation yesterday. I think, because earlier you were saying, like, a lot of people are hating on you guys, innit? It's not necessarily that, like, we're focused on your team or your club or anything like that, but it's mainly, like, how loud your fan base is.
No,
so,
is AFTV.
Yeah, obviously it's an AFTV influence, but it's also like, let's say, because I saw a video where it's like it's 25% of your fan base that's just too loud. So maybe you guys have to have a meeting. You have to tell these men to
So
just
then
shush.
who do you think the 25? That's AFTV, bro. What other channel? Okay,
Well,
let's do this. Let's look at.
Go on.
Oh, what's that? What's the overlap? Who are the pundits? Who are the hosts on the overlap? Gary Neville, Manchester United. Jamie Carragher, Liverpool. Roy Keane, Man United. Sometimes Wright. Rooney, Man United. Ian Wright, Arsenal. So even representation, cool, there's no Chelsea, but Ian Wright, one man. Then let's go over to what's that joint? Let's go out of like mainstream, and you go to what's them channel? What's the channel that DR Sports or something like that?
Yeah.
Who's on there?
I think Expressions,
Tottenham,
KG, Man
United.
I don't know the others, to be fair, but
cool.
Yeah, they're the two I know.
Saeed TV, Man United. Then the only real filthy fellas, and now this is a new filthy fellas. You got Lippy, Arsenal. Poet, Arsenal. New edition, John Wick, Arsenal. Who else is Arsenal? You got Margs, United, Liverpool, Loons. Who else is there? Scorcher, Tottenham. So like, where is the predominant Arsenal platform where Arsenal fans spew shit that pisses off all you other fans? It's just Arsenal TV. All the other channels has got. It's Twitter.
Twitter as well. Twitter, TikTok. Some of the tweets you be seeing, like even on like Twitter and TikTok, man are talking about the final. Man already talking about traveling to Munich. Like, cool down.
I haven't seen
it. Take it a step at a time.
I don't have Twitter, and then I haven't seen the TikTok. I don't watch TikTok like that. But when I logged into TikTok today, I see fans making songs about Arsenal, like other fans So I don't see when the Arsenal fans are saying this. So when you lot say it to me, I'm just like, what are you lot talking about? 'Cause I don't see it. Cool if you see it.
Maybe you don't, but I don't know if you would have heard. They made a song about Declan Rice after his 2 free kicks.
Why wouldn't
Man
we?
was singing Declan Rice, bro.
Why wouldn't
like,
we?
Just pull down.
Cole Palmer's got a whole.
back
Cole
your
Palmer's
team,
got a whole celebration that is trademarked. Why wouldn't we? Like man are supposed to take each game as it comes, and then at the end of the season you review and be like, all right, what did we win? Cool, we got like Netflix series, we go again. But like, why wouldn't we? Like, okay, cool. Who did it? Oh, so, I think.
What do you mean?
You know when Arteta celebrates and the pundits are going mad, oh, he's over celebrating. Bro, I see Pep drop to his knees every goddamn week. Every week Pep done drop to his knees when he win, when he lose, no problem. Arteta now all of a sudden coming from Man City to Arsenal, man does this. Oh, he's over celebrating. What's going on there? Lewis Skelly celebrates. Oh, what's going on there? Arsenal can't celebrate a win on the day. Man beats Real Madrid twice. Man can't. I get sometimes there's an over of we're going to the final. Hey, support your team. England do it every year. It's coming home. Not every year. Every tournament, it's coming home. Yeah, there's a letdown at the end of it. But bro, man, is fans. Like, man can't just keep quiet when our team. Man would be like, we're a quiet fan base. And remember, I said it earlier. Like, when we're actually in the stands, the atmospheres in most English stadiums is shit.
Oh yeah, I agree.
It's quiet as shit. No songs until someone scores. It's just horrible. Something's horrible that other countries do it well, have songs constantly, make up songs on the spot, get really involved. I got nothing against any club fan getting excited over winning a single match, winning a qualification match. Bro, that's football, man. If you can't celebrate your wins in the moment, man are policing celebration. Man got to big up the team.
I agree. This is the thing. I agree with obviously celebrating the wins and celebrating the match, but you guys celebrate like the tournament's done or the season's done, like you've won the league or you've won the competition. But what I think what fuels the energy from other fans is the fact that you guys celebrate like that. So people just want to see you like lose. They want to see the downfall, innit? Yeah. And the thing is, on my part, I don't think you're a bad team. I genuinely think, because I'll come back to it, but even when you guys were saying like the Prem this season hasn't been good, I genuinely think Arsenal play really cultured football. Like they play really good football. You might not like the system ball, whatever, but it's something that works in this era of football, innit? But like, I just think with your team, yeah, it's like, how can I put it? I'm obviously I don't know how to word the answer in it, but like you play good football, but it's just something about you're missing something within the team, innit? So even like with the players you got, even like yesterday, for example, Odegaard. So obviously he had that first shot in it where Donnarumma saved it. And then I don't know if you saw, but there was a point afterwards, maybe a few minutes later, he cut in. He had half a yard. Yeah. Could have whooshed it. But he always does that little intricate pass. It's like, bro, sometimes you just need to be nasty, bro. In these type of competitions, you need to be nasty. He's too nice. And having him as your club captain, I even think that sometimes, I don't know if that holds you back, because I even feel like that's something that holds us back as Chelsea, because I don't like Enzo as our captain. I'll be real. But you need to have a bit of that nastiness in your team as well, man. Yeah.
Go on. You should finish.
No, go on.
And there's been talks since I think maybe a while, or even at least from the first leg of strip Odegaard of the captaincy. I remember that came from AFTV people. They're a different breed of fan. Personally, I'm not saying strip him of it, but for some people it might be too much pressure. I wouldn't mind seeing it on not Saliba, Gabriel, and yeah, Declan Rice is a new player in the squad in comparison to some, but I think the crown wouldn't be too heavy on his head. I think Odegaard, maybe just because of his form, may just need to focus on being, because he's always throwing his arms up trying to get the crowd going. Just focus on creating or trying, and he's not the greatest striker of the ball, but creating rather than trying to be that specific leader on the pitch. I think it might be better suited to someone else. I'm not being one of those, strip him of it because he's playing shit. Like, you know? Yeah, go on, what was you going to say?
So what was it? Going back to when I was speaking, when you were talking about like the quality of the Prem football right now. Honestly, I disagree, man. I genuinely think the quality this season has been like amazing, bro. Like, if you look at the teams that aren't within like the top 5, so like the Forest, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Brentford, these are teams where when you look and you're like at the weekend, you're facing that team, you're not overly confident going into that game. And in every single one of those teams, there's at least a player or 2 players that you would want in your team. So I don't think the quality of football has dropped. I genuinely think the quality of football within the Prem has gotten better. And just because it's less entertaining, it doesn't really mean that, like, we're not as good as other leagues. Like, we're seeing like the final between Inter and Barca. That was really entertaining, innit? But you have to look at it this way. Like, that's bad defending. Like, each team conceded how many goals? Like, look at the defense. That's bad, bro. That's poor. And I can't lie, going into the final, when you look at it, PSG are rubbing their hands because they kind of want to come up against a defense that concedes a lot because they've got the pace and power. So when you look at like the quality of football in other leagues, even though it's more entertaining, I don't think it's as good as the Prem, because when you bring some of these players from abroad, bring them into the Prem, they start struggling. They start looking, like the diamond testers. It's not like, really.
I'm not saying the quality of football is bad. Like, let's say these players, yes, they're good professional footballers in terms of they got great first touches and etc. etc. It's the style of football. It's the parking 10 men behind the ball and defending in your box, bro. If you watch in the Prem football, and it may happen in the Champions League when you're 2-1 up and you're just trying to secure the lead, but when I watch Arsenal play, and we're playing the likes of whoever, man are defending with, there's like 9 men in the box defending. And I'm just like, this is, and that's when Arsenal start passing around the box. And I'm like, this is what we're in for today. It's not fun. Like other teams, it's so, I remember there was a World Cup where everyone was so scared of losing, they didn't try and win. It doesn't feel like when kickoff happens, both teams are trying to win. Some people are playing from the draw or to nick one single goal. Like, I wouldn't go on a football match only trying to score once and then be like, okay, we shut up shop. I want to win 3-4-0, 4-2, 4-3. Like, because you can see, doesn't mean the whole game was bad defending. It's just maybe sometimes it was just a good attack. Like 1-0 is almost as boring as 0-0. Because maybe in 0-0, man would just crash in post but in 1-0, that means someone stopped trying at some point, nah? Like, if Arsenal were playing, let's say when Forest were a 15th place team or whatever, because they've just come to mind, but when they were maybe in that position, and if Forest won 1-0, maybe you think, Arsenal must have seen more of the ball. So Forest might have, if you didn't watch the game, Forest might have nicked a goal in the 27th and then just defended and Arsenal couldn't break them down. That's not entertaining. And maybe that's what it is. Like, the Prem isn't as entertaining anymore as it used to be. Like, now, next season, I think is going to be entertaining because you generally don't know who's going to win. It literally could be anyone. Man City could be back. Chelsea could have a say. Those other 3 teams, Aston Villa, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, might have a say. They might fall off a cliff. Arsenal will probably have a say. Who knows? United might be back with the right recruitment. That's why Italy's quite interesting at the moment. Spain ain't the most interesting because it's generally going to be one of 2. Maybe Atletico Madrid might have a say. But like the Prem, we have to admit it's boring. Like, Gary Neville, I saw him bring up stats of it's the centre-backs that are taking the most touches. Bro, man, I want to see the midfielders on the ball. I want to see the strikers on the ball. I don't want to see my keeper tapping the ball forward until someone presses it. It's just not entertaining. You might be bored. Fans in the crowd are bored. Do you know how many games are you watching, and your team, it might be the 78th minute, and whoever you're watching, and the fans are leaving like, it's not happening.
Yeah.
Bro, man are leaving stadiums. Man have paid big money to come and watch the team live. And because it's 2-1 in the 78th minute or 1-0, whatever the score, man are just leaving because, do you know what? They're about to park the bus up. They've already started parking it. Time wasting is happening. I'm going home, bruv. Bro, it's boring. Generally, I watch a lot of games and it's quite boring at the moment, man. And that's why that was a great game of football. Man, don't care if it's 4-3 is a great scoreline, man. Fuck how shit the defending might be. Bro, that was a great game of football. Everyone is entertained from the first minute to the last minute across both legs. That is not boring football. 4-3 is a bloody great scoreline to me. Yeah, someone lost and they're going to be upset. Oh, shit, we conceded 4. Or Barcelona should have, defended better in that last attack. Like, look at their defensive shape. But, that was a great game of football, man. Shit. Man was entertained. Lamine Yamal was going at players. Denzel Dumfries was up and down.
Yeah.
They were 2-0 up, then it was 2-2, then it was 3-3, then it was... What? That was a great game of football, man. That's how I see it.
Yeah, of course, but that's because you were neutral. But if let's say it was Arsenal in that position, and then you guys have gone up, and then all of a sudden you see the 2 goals, you'll be angry at your defense. You'll be looking at the TV like, why are we not shut up shop?
So wait, what you're saying is if Arsenal were Barcelona or Arsenal were Inter Milan?
Let's say if Arsenal were Barca, and you guys were winning the game, and then Inter, or rather PSG, have equalized within like the last minute. You'd be fuming. You'd be thinking.
Yeah, I'd be fuming. But again, I'd say it was a great game. I knew yesterday wasn't going to be as good a game as the game the night before because of English style at the moment. It's not as Arsenal. Okay, so who's the most exciting team to watch in the Prem? Would we say Liverpool because they've won it, or would we say it's someone else?
I'd say either Liverpool, but I do like watching Newcastle and Bournemouth. I'll be real.
I agree. But then, would you now agree that PSG and Barca are way more entertaining to watch? Even forget what individuals on the pitch, Lamine, Barcola, or whoever's on the pitch. Like, their style of football is way more entertaining. And that is Spain and France. It's just more entertaining. That's like, man, it's all system ball. And in England, everyone, whether it's copying Pep, just playing out from the back shit is horrible. I've seen the keeper pass it to their left centre-back or right centre-back, and they've ended up giving away a corner from their goal kick. I'm like, and then, or just conceding. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This is ridiculous. These players aren't comfortable doing this. The fans aren't happy watching this. And man are getting relegated off of it. You got bottom Southampton trying to play out from the back. I think that they've earned the least points ever, right?
Yeah,
this system ball is madness. Just find your own identity, play your own football, and have an entertaining league. All teams are trying to play the same way in England. It's horrible.
So, speaking on that point then, and this is probably my last point, if you don't like the system ball, do you think it's time for Arteta to go? Because I think, in my opinion, Arteta has got you guys to where he can get you guys. Like that's his ceiling.
Do you know what it is? In England, system ball is here because it's also something that's fed in at academy level. Like, you're not really gonna a lot of academy players are gonna want to play for England, and from England they have the same like training regime, so that if you get moved from under 17s into the first team, you understand what's going on in training and your role in a match. Remember when the subs coming on, they bring out the iPad. All right, so this is where you are, and this is what you're gonna do, and bro, I remember the day. Hey, just go on and make something happen. Try and make something happen. Man, they're showing man an iPad of where you should stand and receive the ball, and bro, go and make something happen. With system ball, it's like, I'm not blaming Arteta, but it's because if someone tries something, or players are scared to try something, because I think there's this thing that people are saying, if you won't do it in training, don't do it in a game. You got to give these players freedom to do things, man. Like, Martinelli's struggling to nutmeg people.
Oh, he's always struggled.
These French players, bro, he's Brazilian. You've got to be able to nutmeg someone.
Italian. Italian Brazilian. He's not really Brazilian. Let's be
Say
real.
no more, yeah,
Never,
yeah.
never been Brazilian,
Say
bro.
no
Let's
more,
not
but
do.
you got to give these players freedom, man. The Prem will be great again when you get rid of system ball, man. When you get rid of this system and let players have fun, and it's scary. Like players coming through, who knows what might happen to Cole Palmer in a couple of years? Because we saw it happen to Eden Hazard. Hazard was a serious player, and then someone came in and told him he has to defend more.
Yeah,
And look how much the pundits were loving. There's a bit of work rate defensively from like Kravitz or the front three at PSG, and how they're slandering Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar. Three individual talents. They hate that shit. Get that individual stuff out of here. Sort of track back.
Yeah.
What? Doué didn't score. Kravitz didn't score. Yeah, he hit the post. He didn't score. I want my attackers to score. It's nice seeing a right back score every now and again, but let my forwards get that tally up. Let them stay up front and have energy to shoot. You know that final second when you need to get a good shot off, but you're shattered because you tracked back for 82 minutes. You're struggling to finish. Bring back freedom ball, man.
Yeah.
Man,
Honestly, that starts from the top.
What team do you support?
Chelsea.
Someone in the comments is saying it didn't happen to Hazard. Hazard's stats dropped in one season. Was it Conte that made him defend more?
Yeah, at first it didn't. So with there was a season where Jose was obviously doing the basically 11 at the back, but obviously Hazard was the one that had the freedom to run forward and stay up because he was obviously our danger man, innit? But yeah, once I think it was Conte and who was it? Was it Sarri? One of them anyway. Obviously they were a bit stricter. It was one of the Italians. They were a bit stricter and didn't want him to be as free. But yeah, it happens, man. Like I guess it's part of football. Like the tactics does have to come in at some point, because you're gonna want to defend the lead, like because football is an unpredictable sport. You don't know at what point you're gonna concede, at what point your attackers might not be able to finish their dinner. It happens, man. So I guess it's a tough one because you have to find that balance between obviously the freedom ball, the tactics, and especially with how good football in England or the standard in England is, you don't really want to concede and lose the points because every point, like at this stage within the Prem, it counts now. Like if you drop 2 points here, you drop a point here, like it can really do you in. And you obviously, not to rub it in, but you guys can speak to the facts. Obviously, you still speak about the Bournemouth game from I don't know what last season or the season before, innit? So yeah, like it really does matter. So you have to find. I think for me personally, as I was saying, going back to my point, I think Arteta has hit his ceiling. I think you should start looking at other managers that can actually take you to where you guys actually want to be in terms of actually winning trophies and really challenging for them big major trophies, innit? But that's just me speaking as a football fan. As a Chelsea fan, you guys keep doing what you're doing anyway, man.
Say no more.
But yeah, you taking a call, and yeah.
No worries, man.
Listen, I really hope United lose, man. Oh, mate. United Spurs are both lose.
I don't know. As an Arsenal fan, it's tougher. It's tougher. I don't know who.
Well, yeah, I'll let you go anyway.
Say no more, man. In a bit.
In a bit.
Cool. 1 second, guys, because if I'm not too mistaken, Hazard did have a drop-off. Hold on. So he's got, what seasons are these? 13, 14, 19. Goals. 1 second. Goals. Starts, 28. Shots. No, that's not shots. That's shots. Touches off box. Off. I think this is just, I'm just checking Hazard's stats. Okay, that's that season. Okay, that's bottom. Goal and assist 31. Yeah, he had a drop off one season. He went. So yeah, boom. So he had the season before last, goal in no, not before last. His last season, I think Chelsea, he had 31 goal and assists. The season before that, 16. The season before that, 21. That's a drop off, no? He might have picked it back up, but he did drop off at some point. Someone asked him to defend more, and the stats went down. Let me see. Where's the? Yeah, 16, 12, 16. That's goals, assists, 4. Remember, he's not a 9, innit? So should have been. That's not even many assists. Is that assist though? It just says A. But all right, one sec. Let me open the phone line. Just checking it. Boom. All right, what's going on in the comments? I know someone's about to call. No, Sarri gave him freedom. I don't know if it was. I think it was Conte that made him defend a bit more. Hazard was never a numbers player anyway. No, he's got decent numbers. Well, I don't know. I'm not a boxing guy, so the Eubank Ben fight, good scrap still. Good scrap. They was throwing punches. Oh yeah, someone asked me about what I think is gonna happen in the final. It's gonna be Inter Milan versus PSG. I think it's a good game. I don't think it's mad to say the more entertaining final. There was nice finals to be had. I think Arsenal Barca would have been a nice final because it's Arsenal Barca women's as well. But obviously the 2006 joint, a little, what do they call it? Not a repeat, maybe a repeat. It's not back to back, but it's almost 20 years later, innit? Nice finals to see, nice for the headlines. Arsenal Inter wouldn't have been as great for the headlines. Inter PSG Barca would have been a nice headliner, but we got Inter PSG. I think Inter are a nice surprise. And this is why I think Italian football's back, because Inter have been to the final twice in the last couple of years. I don't know how many. But they got a good squad. They got a good defensive line. I think DeMarco really struggled against Lamine Yamal, but which fullback wouldn't? I think, and he was told to defend more because he's quite a marauding fullback like Dumfries. So Dumfries was allowed the freedom to get forward. He's involved in goals in that club in both semi-finals. He's involved, if not somewhere near the goal. He has got an engine on him. I think someone's going to try and get him to the Prem, and I hope it ain't Man United, bruv. Acerbi is fucking 37, 38 doing things. Bastoni is looking serious. I can't remember the black centre-back's name. But yeah, they got a good strong defensive line. Who's in goal? Is it Jan Sommer? I think his name's Jan Sommer, innit? Or at least Sommer anyway. He pulled off a great save to stop Lamine from scoring once. Or cool, they conceded. They got a nice midfield, Chanahoglu, Barella, Mkhitaryan, a nice aged squad, experience. And again, they've been to the final. This is even what I want to talk about. Arsenal being here before. This Arsenal team ain't been here before. And I know there's going to be teams along the way that ain't been here before that somehow pull it off. But sometimes having the know-how, Inter Milan, I think they just had a bit more know-how in terms of club history. They've been there before and won it, but they've also got to the final a couple seasons ago. At least, I'm sure, yeah, they was definitely in the final. They beat AC in it. They got to the final. This Arsenal club squad don't really have the know-how, neither does the manager. Does that mean we move on for the manager? But then you have to get a manager with know-how. Who's available? I think people are more bought in to go into clubs like Chelsea and Man United. Yeah, Arsenal spend 100 million on Declan Rice, but Chelsea have got big bank. United allegedly have bank, but who knows? Them lot are operating in debt. I think it's hard for Arsenal to pull in a manager, man. There's a lot behind the scenes in terms of all right, do I have the freedom to sign who I want to sign, or do I have to listen to this sporting director on who he thinks fits? Can I bring in my own players? Who knows what the conversation? Does Arteta have his own players in mind? Who's he signed? He signed a couple foreign players, Calafiori, Timber, or was that his idea? Declan Rice and Havertz came from the Prem. Zinchenko, Gabriel came from the Prem. Yeah. But yeah, we didn't really have the know-how. We ain't been there before. I think so. The next time we're there, I think we'll make the final soon. I think we'll make the final soon. We'll have know-how, and that's not even just the players. That's also the club. Not buying in January was probably our biggest mistake this season. Not buying anyone in January. Even other clubs purchased. But in terms of what happens with Barca, Inter, PSG, I think PSG's defense is very good. I don't think we didn't really trouble Marquinhos and Pacho much. Like they didn't ever look too stressed or overwhelmed, even with. Did Nuno Mendes? Nah, because Timber did a good job in keeping Kvaratskhelia defensive-minded and Nuno not bombing forward too much as well, because you got to worry about Saka. Hakimi scored, got forward. Martinelli didn't really give him no trouble. Inter don't really play with wide guys like that. They're very direct and through the middle stuff. Yeah, they didn't pop it wide and get the wing backs involved, but I don't think they don't play three up front. What formation do they play? I think the phone line's open, or have you guys been trying to call and it's getting blocked? Getting blocked. Alright, let me airplane mode off. What's Inter Milan's formation? Tuesday lineups. Yeah, they play two up top, five. Alright, yeah, cool. So it's not really wingers like that. It's a wing back joint. So a bit more, definitely direct through the middle rather than wide playing, trying to swing in 50 crosses a game. Alright, boom. So Inter PSG, who wins? I think without doing over analysis, I think Inter win it. I think it's going to be an open game. Can Vitinha control that midfield, or are Inter more aggressive than Arsenal in the middle of the pitch? The middle of the pitch is definitely going to be way more compact. I think Inter will have the better tactics on the day. I think Inter will snatch it. I think this is Inter's year. I think PSG probably played a more exciting football, but I think they suffocate them in the middle and don't really let Vitinha control the game. I think they get on a little bullying tactic and try and go that route. First quarter's now semi. Our man saying they want him gone. It's confusing. Had to make a purchase. What's going on? All right, let me see what's going on in the comments before I get Arteta. Arteta's contract ends in 2027. I don't see him renewing, so he's gone in 2 seasons. Yeah, I'd say that let him run out the contract. I'd say let the contract run out rather than just firing a man. Yo, caller.
Federico.
What's happening?
Arsenal. I know, I can tell you're upset today.
What's it? Go on,
Are you feeling good?
Huh?
Are you feeling good?
Be fast. Be fast.
No, I just want to talk to you about obviously, I can tell that I think you're Arteta in anyway. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, it gets to a level where change needs to happen. Obviously, you appreciate what he's done, where he took you from, and where to, but change needs to happen. Do you not agree with that?
Changes need to happen with the manager.
With the manager or the team?
Yeah, changes happen with the team every season. Someone said his contract ends in... Go on.
I just wanted to ask, what change do you think is more important right now? Within the team or the manager?
The team.
The team.
Yeah.
So what change within the team needs to happen first? Other than striker, let's cut out the obvious.
No, there's nothing else. We don't need more. We don't need any more defenders. We have a great defense. We have a great defense.
Right.
Like even me, I don't know who I'd prefer to start. Ben White's coming back from injury. Ben White or Timber on the left. Do I want Lewis Skelly or Tomiyasu can do a job there, or not Zinchenko? Who's the other one? Calafiori.
What's wrong with Zinchenko? Zinchenko is one of your best players on the ball.
Yeah, he is, but he hasn't got the physicality or the speed necessary for the Prem
obviously
anymore. And he's not
yeah,
even
for
an
the
old
Prem I
player.
agree.
He's not even
For the
old.
Prem I agree. But for games like Champions League where you're controlling the game and you're trying to get more attacking, I think Zinchenko is a great player to have on your team. I think Arsenal's best football was played when Zinchenko was left back.
Yeah, I agree there, but I think it's time to move on from him because I feel the style of the Prem is going to change next year, and he's not going to have the attributes to compete as he did in his first season at Arsenal. And his game time is very limited. He's still a young player. He can move somewhere and get way more game time than stifling someone like Lewis Skelly's progression, or who Arsenal more recently spent money on in Calafiori. And does Calafiori become backup centre-back if Kiwior moves on? Because I know Arsenal were considering selling Kiwior at one point, but then Gabriel got injured, and Calafiori was injured, so Kiwior is the fill-in. I think defensively, if Arsenal start going for defenders, the fans get grouchy again. Bro, we've got 8, 9 defenders. It's fine over there. We do need a new goalkeeper. I don't think we got great goalkeeping backup, but it's the front three we have to focus on. I like Martinelli, but it's got to be Martinelli that's replaced. I said it. We keep Trossard. We get a new 9 because Gabriel has to go, and Havertz could be a bench guy. Saka just needs backup. That's all. I'm not saying we do that and we win the league, because essentially you have to get the right personnel, but we do that and we're fine.
How much do you think Arteta trusts players like Sterling, Nwaneri, and Trossard?
Sterling's gone. He didn't have a great season, and I don't fully blame him. I feel like the players might not have trusted him, the way Man United players don't trust Rasmus Højlund. I don't think the players have great trust. I think they look at him like he's past his best, and don't really.
Yeah, but it's a bit unfortunate because a player like Sterling with the experience that he's got, I think that should have been one of Arteta's plans of, listen, he's been here before. Even if he's not going to be the main threat, there's a level of experience of someone that's been in these stages in the Champions League and has performed.
I think Arteta hasn't learnt from his mistakes. He doesn't rotate enough, and he doesn't make enough substitutes sometimes. He doesn't like to change in-game tactics too much. He doesn't adapt to situations in-game enough, and he hasn't learned it based on his last two seasons of how things have gone and how players have got injured, how players have been tired, how players need a run of game to find form, and then he just sells them. He did it to Emile Smith-Rowe, and a lot of fans were unhappy about that. It was time for Eddie Nketiah to go and get football somewhere else, but I don't think we should have got rid of Pepe. That would have been perfect backup for Saka, in my opinion. He's bought for 70, 80 million, and then to become now a backup player to Saka, I think someone like that would have been great. Someone that could be direct, can shoot, score free kicks and take corners, because that's what Arteta likes, people that are good at set pieces. There's not much wrong with the team.
I just think players like Ethan.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think he's a proper player, and I find it a bit unfortunate that obviously when he was playing because Saka was injured, and he was playing kind of out of position on the right. But obviously, Odegaard, I know he's your captain, but he's not been performing as well, and he doesn't even get the opportunity to even prove himself in that position that he's naturally made for.
Yeah, with Ethan, you have to remember, this guy was, 17, 18?
Yeah.
I'm not about to do no Kobe Mainu to this boy, man.
I understand that. But...
And look, why Sterling is 32 or something?
Yeah.
Something like that. This guy bounced off from Man City maybe around 28 or something. Chelsea 2 or 3 seasons, whatever, and now he's at Arsenal looking not great. I don't want this to players should be able to play for 15, 20. 20 is a push, a good 15. But you have to ease them into things. You can't start giving... Lewis Skelly ended up having a longer season in a starting lineup because of injuries at left back. Zinchenko was injured for a period, Calafiori injured, Tomiyasu injured. Lewis Skelly's, that's 3 injuries in one position. Lewis Skelly gets the nod. Odegaard got injured and he played. Odegaard comes back, that's the captain, that's the senior man. You keep Ethan in. It's men's football. You're gonna get bumped around a lot more, injured a lot more than at kids' football. These are small. They're small. It's 17-year-olds, small people. Man are getting bumped by Lewis Dunk and elbowed by Joe Linton. It's not easy in the middle of the park or going up against defenders. You got to ease these attacking players into it. Like Garnacho's already looking washed. He was looking like a hot prospect when he came a couple seasons ago. Now you're looking at him like, did we overdo it? Did he get a chance to learn, or did he just get thrown in and he's not learning anymore? He's a starter. Who's he learning from? This is what.
But at what point do you ease him in?
Ease him in for now, next 2-3 seasons. Even Saka got eased in. That guy was number 77 for a hot minute, no?
Yeah.
Ease them in. This is their first season. Ease it in. You don't just you're playing 31 games. Relax. We got knocked out of Carabaos and that. Those are the games where you ease man in. You take it. You don't just. That's just not how it goes. You just don't. It's not a deep end thing, and there's no need because the way fans are going is like there's no more football at the end of this. This is the last season of football ever. Hey, this next year. And if these Arsenal boys want to go and play football elsewhere, be it at Man United, like who is it, Chido Martinobi or Heather, like, go for it. Yeah, the centre back got injured and Chido's, he's got 1 start this season. Like. Man went 1 start in it so far. There's 3 more games, but he's got 1 start in it.
Yeah.
It's like it's not that you get sold somewhere and now you're starting 30. You're still 18, bro.
I guess they're
not wonder kids. They're good kids, but they're not wonder kids. They're not Lamine Yamal.
Yeah, but there's not many wonder kids, isn't it?
Exactly. So man are asking these non-wonder kids, good kids. But these non-wonder kids to start 30 games a season, nah, that's not going to happen. Get eased in, big man. Earn your right. Plus, that's Odegaard and that's Saka. That's the club captain and that's the club star boy.
Yeah, but you keep using that and give it as an excuse when you're not performing. If you're not performing, as much as you're not performing, I'm not saying bench Odegaard. I'm just saying if he's not performing in the game like that, he's taking off attackers to put Ben White on.
Oh, in the game yesterday?
In the game yesterday.
Yeah, jarring. But like,
have you got to lose at this point?
I hear it jarring. Like man's 2-0 down or 2-1 down, and man is bringing on, taking off Skelly. I think he should have come off maybe even 5 minutes earlier, or whatever, and then taking off Timber because either tired or injured, and then we're only bringing on Trossard. But again, on the bench, the only thing else we had was Jorginho or Sterling.
Yeah, your bench is not really good.
It's not a great bench, but like, yeah, man, you got to ease these youngsters in, man. They don't need to be playing, 30-odd games in their breakout season. It's crazy, like, because they're not wonder kids. That happens, to the likes of Wayne Rooney's and Michael Owens and Lamine Yamal's, like, and even maybe in Lamine's. This ain't Lamine's first season, so like, I don't know. I don't even know how many he played in his first breakout season, like. And
he's got 100 games in total for Barca.
But that guy's he's different.
Yeah,
he's different. He's got titles to his name already, and he's a serious star. Serious quality. Who do you support?
I support City.
City.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of that McAtee youth?
That's one player, like when you were saying about ease in. That's where I agree with you, because McAtee is one of them players where I think needs to be eased in. Obviously, he went on loan, batted it up on loan. Obviously, it was in the Championship. He's come back. He does well when he plays. I wish he could play more, but obviously, I understand that Pep has this thing of like, I can't just throw you into the deep end as a young player. And then, but sometimes what he does, it doesn't allow someone to actually play enough. Like Cole Palmer was an example.
Yeah, I don't think McAtee's great though. I don't think he's your future.
No, I don't think he's a Cole Palmer. I don't think he's a Foden.
Yeah.
But I think he's a talented player, which needs to play more often so we can actually see what he can bring to the team.
Is he a straight 9 or?
No. He's like a Foden, Cole Palmer type player, like winger cam. I play, so he plays false nine when it comes on sometimes.
He's played false nine, but he's played up top.
Yeah.
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 Okay, yeah. I don't really see it. I don't see it, but.
No, he's a good player. The thing is, it's just like because he doesn't play that often. Even for example, if we wanted to sell him in the future, because he doesn't play that often, we might not be able to sell him for a decent price because obviously he's played well in the Championship, come to the Premier and he's not played. So if you wanted to sell him, we're just gonna have to use it on the basis of look at what he done in the Championship. You can do this for your team, which his market value might not be that high.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be a world beater, man.
No, I don't think he's gonna be a world beater, but I think he's gonna be a decent Premier League player.
Yeah. And maybe I can be wrong. Remember, ball's a game of opinions. I'm not really keen on a lot of talent coming out of Man City.
Really?
I don't really. Is it Oscar? Not that I don't rate them.
Oscar Bob is amazing. What a player! He's just unfortunate again.
I feel like they're all good at football, yeah, but they're robots. That's what.
I understand what you're saying.
That's what it is with City. Man are producing robots over there.
Yeah, to an extent.
The way they move is robotic. It's just a bunch of Rodris. Like man are mad robotic over there. I think that's what you and Rodri's a good but man are robotic, man. Rodri's a Ballon d'Or winner, but I feel like man have got a production line of robots over there at Man City. Whereas like I think there was a time where Chelsea had, or even like Arsenal had the best academy when it was like Wilshere's year, and then.
Yeah, but that's such a long time ago, though.
Yeah, but let me go. And then Chelsea had the best academy when it was like Hudson-Odoi's year and who else was there? Like Josh McCracken and them man there. That it didn't seem
Chelsea,
like.
Man City had the best academy.
Who?
Since Chelsea, Man City has the best academy.
Who have you produced? Phil Foden and who?
Foden, Cole Palmer, Delap, Sancho.
Sancho.
Yeah, what's the centre back?
No. I feel like with Sancho had talent before football. Before. do you know what I mean? Like man, you could tell man is like a cage foot. Like he's a professional footballer. But do you know what I mean? Like then I mean like look at I feel like Oscar Bob, Rico Lewis, and this back there. It's like a robot production line over there. That's how it looks.
Yeah.
Like
I don't understand what you're saying.
Cole Palmer's cold. Sancho, and I just feel like them man are.
Yeah, Lavia.
Yeah, Lavia's good still. Cold, in fact. I want to use the right terms for certain man. Tosin, who?
For Chelsea.
Tosin Adarabioyo.
Yeah. I think he's from City Academy as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Morgan Rogers. Yes, comments for helping me out.
I like Rodgers still. But who you man keep is who you man keep. You see who you let go. That Pep don't like these type of ballers there. Even Mahrez ain't academy man, but Pep keeps the robots.
Yes and no, innit? But
Pep keeps the robots.
Obviously, like one of my favourite Man City teams was Sane, Sterling, and Aguero up front. They're not really robots.
Who bought those players?
Obviously, not Sane was just only Pep.
So Aguero and Sterling were there already.
Yeah.
And then who did Pep get rid of?
All of them.
Yeah.
But
man want Haaland. Yeah, man want robot. Even Julian Alvarez said I'm out of here, bruv. And me, I've got an agenda against Pep. I don't like Pep.
But if you don't like Pep, you're soon not gonna like Arteta as well.
Probably.
Unfortunately, that's gonna be the thing.
Probably. I don't. Probably. But I think our production line in our academy is less robotic. Ethan and Skelly. I like Ethan over Rico Lewis. I ain't watched Oscar Bob play much, but he looks like a robot still.
Nah, Oscar Bob is a talent. Obviously, someone said here, Doku was bought back. Pep. He's definitely not a robot.
Yeah, he's not a robot, but I don't think he's one of the better wingers out there.
No, he 100% is. Someone said, man, let's not do this.
He's good, but I don't think he's better than Rafinha or Lamau. I don't think he's
no.
I don't think he's better than Saka.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
he's better than Mo Salah.
yeah.
Man
But these are
United's
the world
wingers.
class.
Do you think
you're
he's
saying
better
he's
than
not world
Amad
class?
Diallo?
Yes, 100%.
I'll let a Man United fan get mad in the comments.
Yeah, but you're saying Doku's not world class, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
But he's definitely elite.
Elite? Nah, he's not elite.
He's definitely elite. There's no defender. There's no defender you can name that will say stand in front of you, and you against Doku, that Doku does not manage. Maybe Wan-Bissaka, maybe.
But remember, he's probably not getting past Ashraf Hakimi or Nuno Mendes. I'm just going off of.
No, I think he is.
But
I agree.
But remember, a lot of
defenders,
a lot of fullbacks are shit at defending these days because they're asked to do something
100%.
different. They're not asked to defend anymore. They're asked to be like Trents and Robertsons and bomb forward and get involved in the attacks. And it's not about defending one-on-ones. There's not many. Like, you see when centre-backs celebrate their tackle, art of defending is dying. There's not many defenders that love tackling. And remember, they're not.
The game is gone.
Yeah, it's gone. They're not really allowed to tackle. The getting penalised, that is too risky these days. You get booked. VAR look at it. Actually, it's a red card. Man ain't tackling. I'm gonna have to let you go, big man. What, you want to run that way? Go on then. Man ain't tackling you. VAR pull me up and say I trod on your little toe and I pulled your hair. It's brazy. Man ain't tackling no more.
What do you think about?
Wait. The comments are saying what? Doku ain't elite. Doku isn't all that cool down. Doku's just a good dribbler. Doku has been past Hakimi already this season. Yeah, come on. Like Mark said, it's part of the game getting beat by a winger. But I think Doku got one leg shake and he's done. That's all he's got in his locker. I don't even know if he's got a great step over like that.
One thing that he's got in his locker is elite, though.
No, he's not elite. Maybe we
can't deny
he's mastered that. He's mastered, but he's not elite. He's not elite.
You know what? Yeah, football fans are very selective. When Robin was mastered, cutting in and shooting, no one complained.
Let's talk levels then. When Iron Robin cut in from the right onto his left foot, 6 out of 10 times it's a goal. Or an assist.
That's fine.
When Doku does a little, what happens?
Yeah, but when Robin was 22, he wasn't doing that.
Now, Robin was mashing it up. Not like, maybe he didn't have the greatest stats.
But he wasn't doing that, though.
But Robin and Duff flying wingers for Chelsea.
Yeah, but Robin was not world class at Chelsea.
Yeah, Doku's not world class.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with that.
Man. But
I'm just saying, Robin was not world class.
Don't talk about Robin. Robin is serious. Robin, wherever he's been, Chelsea, maybe not Madrid actually. Chelsea.
You know, someone said Doku is not elite. He's the Messi of Wilfred Zaha.
Robin was inevitable. Look, Doku has no end product. Trivela assist.
But he can work on that though.
Yeah, it can all be worked on. Yeah, he's a young
22.
Yeah, 100. And that's just the day and age we're in. Man, judge quickly, innit?
And this is what Pep does. Pep does that. He helps players be better at end product.
No, I don't think Pep. What winger has Pep coached to greatness? Messi was already what Messi was gonna be.
Nah, it wasn't. But cool, we allow that. Pedro. I thought at Barca. That went to Chelsea.
Not greatness. He was good.
Sterling.
He was good. Sterling.
Sane.
Was, to be like not like Ballon d'Or winner, but top 6 in the Ballon d'Or. Pep's a midfield man.
That's fine, but he's made these players to become more.
Nah, he'll coach a great midfielder. He'll coach a midfielder to be great. I don't think he's not a winger's man.
To be great.
Nah, man. Nah, just
who Sterling was before Pep was just a fast winger.
Nah, Sterling was doing things at Liverpool, man.
An exciting winger.
Yeah, he was doing things. What did he add to his game?
End product, goals and assists, knowing where to be. Sterling under Pep was the best Sterling ever.
Maybe he just put him in a system and it worked.
But even then,
did he take Sterling under his wing and say, Sterling, I'm going to make you one of the top 4 wingers in the world? I have to look back
I'm not sure.
at the time, the period. And someone's saying De Bruyne, but that's what I'm saying. Pep is
No, not De Bruyne.
is a midfielder's manager. Pep himself was a midfielder. He's going to coach the hell out of a midfielder and make those guys great. And then everyone around them, Rodri, just midfielder. Sterling was better before Pep. Watch him at Liverpool. Sterling was a serious something at Liverpool, you know. That's why Man City bought him. I think he's better at coaching midfielders than wide players. Like Mahrez already had the talent at
Mahrez
Leicester.
is already the guy.
He's already.
Yeah, Mahrez is already
I don't
the guy.
think he added much to his game. He was already doing a madness at Leicester. Yeah. Sterling was doing things at Liverpool. Sane had the pace. Seen Sane miss enough easy sitters. He had the tech. Remember, his mum's was his mum a ballerina and his dad was a footballer or a sprinter or something. Man had the genes. Sane had something about it. Like, I think he will coach the fuck out of midfielders, but then also have the team working in a system that, people flourish and thrive in, but I don't think he makes someone a wing. I don't think he's made a winger a top 3 winger.
I think Sane. I can't remember clearly at the time, but I think Sane at the time was probably one of the top 3 wingers in the Prem.
Sane was top 3 wingers in the Prem. Yeah, City were dominant. City dominated, man. And there wasn't much else going on. Like, there wasn't much else. Like, there was a time when Sanchez was at Arsenal, and that was some motherfucking shit. Sanchez was putting on a show. You know. But all right, man. Thanks for the look. Even Jack Grealish was a baller. Pep has man thinking he's shit. He might ruin wingers if anything. Like United. But all right, cool, man. Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it. I'm going to take one more call before I go home.
No worries.
Peace. Boom. I'll take one more call, guys. I'll take one more. How long have I been here? What time did I get here? Like, how long have I been here? Been here for a hot minute. I could end the stream from here. I might have to call. I'll take one more call, guys. Let's see what he's saying in the comments. People saying he ruins wingers. We need to look out for Marmoush and Savinho. Because when I first saw Savinho, I was like, hey, this guy's cold. Even Mahrez pulled up to say, what's going on there? We have to see what happens to these guys. These guys were living in the moment of, all right, let's see what Pep does with these wingers. Does he make them better? We saw what happened to Jack Grealish, boy. We saw what happened to Jack Grealish. All right, let's see what else. I'll check back after work. Doku he's 22. Doku got one leg shake. Doku ain't getting past Timber. I like Timber, but he defo did look leggy in the last two games against PSG. Got subbed off in both games. And I think for me, that just speaks to the amount of games players are playing, you know? It's a lot, man. It's a lot. And then is there a World Cup next? Is it World Cup next year? What year is next year? 26. When is the World Cup? When is the World Cup? I think there's a World Cup next year, right? Or is it Euros? Yeah, the World Cup's next year. Where is it? Where is the World Cup? Oh, it's the USA joint with Canada and Mexico. Oh, I hate that. That is going to be so long. Man's playing the World Cup in Mexico, Canada, and US across all them states and 3 countries. That's going to be crazy. I know, cool, your group stage, you'll be, playing in this area or whatever. But, yeah, man. All right, cool. No one's called. I'm going to head on home. One sec. I can't end it from here. Club World Cup next month. What's Club World Cup? Bernardo Silva was another baller, now he's just a Gallagher. Was Bernardo Silva a winger like that? He ain't got the pace of like what wingers you kind of look for today, but Pep made Bernardo Silva serious. Yeah, Bernardo Silva, not David Silva. Yeah, he made him quite good for a couple seasons in Gundogan. What do you mean Club World Cup? Isn't that just like who wins the Champs League, the Asia competition, their thingy league, the South American joint, and maybe one other. That's Club World Cup now. Where they've made a new something. Oh, you're going, yeah, bees. Say no more. Long World Cup. And what is that World Cup next year? The one they're increasing it from 32 to 64 teams or something. Is that next year, or they ain't like put that through yet? Timber has come off for ACL too. Yeah, that's true, but that was all of last year ago, and he's been playing enough games. Like, I get why you're saying that now, actually, but yeah, there's only there has to be even like with Odegaard, like man could chat shit and run an excuse of, oh yeah, he had an injury this season, all right, but there's got to be a cut-off point where, all right, that injury shouldn't be affecting your performances anymore. Maybe your fitness and but like even he's playing 90, so your fitness is cool. So where's the performances, big man? They made a new tournament. Swear, fuck, I ain't seen this. I'll be real, he's even ruining Foden. Hey, you see when Pep's done in football, yeah? We can have a serious conversation. And what? I think it's not just Pep that's ruined football. There's someone else that needs to take the blame. Who was it? Someone else needs to take the blame for ruining football. And I can't. Is it Messi and Ronaldo? Is it Messi and Ronaldo? I was thinking it the other day that someone else is to blame for ruining football. It might be Messi and Ronaldo, them stats guys that seeped their way into football. And anytime you talk, now it's but he's got 52 goals in 19. Shut up. I think it's them. When I remember, I'll write it down and come and tell you guys who else ruined football. We know why Pep ruined it. No, it's this summer. Someone explain to me what's going on. Now, Wenger didn't ruin football. Fred, do you still rate Odegaard? Odegaard has talent. He's just having a bad time. Also, yeah, Bees, they made it. Yeah. Messi and if that wasn't what I was thinking, Messi and Ronaldo definitely have a part to play in ruining football. But there's someone else to blame. I know it's not just them that I've blamed. There was someone else I was thinking. All right, so what a whole World Cup? Let me just Google this. What are you not talking about? There's a Club World Cup going on this year. Club World Cup. What do you not mean? FIFA Club World Cup. What? 15th of June to 13th of July. What is going on? What is this? Current champion. What? This has already been here. This isn't new. Yeah, Club World Cup drawing for Group A. Oh no, hold on. This looks different. This is new. What's going on? When did they make this? Is this new or is this the thing that has always been here? What's going on? Someone call me quick. Have you seen the rules Wenger is trying to bring in? To what? Which rules, Ids? Is this when Wenger was talking about whoever wins Europa shouldn't automatically qualify for Champions League? Chelsea and Man City are in it. Nice new. Nerds, tacticals. Yeah. Nerds and tacticals definitely. Enough people were in football. Now, give it back to the streets, yeah? They changed it and made it bigger. Oh, swear. I haven't heard about this still. I want the Super League. We'll talk about that another day. If I do more solo joints like this, we'll talk about Super League another day. It's not new. They just changed it up. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was like, because it's got the same name, innit? We ain't even in Champions League. It's been around. It's a new format, I think. All right, cool. It's been there, but they upgraded it. All right, cool. Let me lock this phone line so when I walk over. All right, guys, man. It's been fun. If you want more of these solos or if Dennis comes in as well. How do I do this? Boom. Modes. Do not disturb. Cool. Yeah, if you want more of these. I didn't even record this. Mad. Oh, well. Fred, you anxious about fatherhood? No, not at all. Not at all. Chelsea ruined academies and player prices. I gotta be honest. That's how you're feeling. Yeah, don't worry, man. Say no more. Yeah, we'll do more of these, man. Love for tuning in. Everyone, flipping. I'm gonna head over to the gym now. Oh shit, United are playing tonight and Tottenham as well. Fuck you both. Fuck you both, bruv. Pussy old clubs. I hope you both lose 7-0, bruv. Yeah? You heard me. All right, how do I end this stream? Our end stream. Bye, guys.